Okay, so we already matched A with number 2, so this one's gone. And then letter B, so I noticed that the slope is increasing, but it's constant. So it's positive here, it's going up, but it's constant. So it's a number, right? Because that's a line. So it's some number, positive number. And then it switches to a negative number. Again, constant because it's a line. And then it switches back to a positive number. And then remember, I can't have cusps, so the slope would be undefined there. So when I look over here, are there any that have a slope that's just a number? And of course it's here. And so here's the positive number. And then this would be the negative number, and this would be the positive number. And then notice what's happening at the ends of them right here is that it's undefined. So that one has to match with 4. And then on letter C, I notice, oh, let's see, I got a negative slope, and then all of a sudden positive slope, positive slope. So I've got negative and positive. And so I look over here, and is there anywhere where I can read negative? Oh yeah, this is all negative. Immediately followed by positive. Oh yeah, this is all positive because it's above the x-axis. So this is positive values, and down here are negative values. So this one has to match with Roman numeral 1. And then let's look at D, just to make sure. So all along here, the slope is increasing. These are all positive values. If I draw tangents to them, I'll get all positive slopes. So there's positive. And then it switches, and then this is negative slope, negative slope, negative slope. And then it switches again, and I got positive slope, positive slope, positive slope. And then it switches one more time, and I've got negative slope, negative slope, negative slope. So I've got to be positive, then negative, then positive, then negative. And so let's check. Oh, that's definitely positive. It's above the x-axis. And this is definitely negative. It's below the x-axis. And this is definitely back to positive. It's above the x-axis. And this is definitely back to negative. It's below the x-axis. So it does match with Roman numeral 3. Yay! And so last but not least is a quick way to compare the two graphs is to look for the relative maximums and minimums on my function, on my f of x graph. So on f of x, because they should be the x-intercepts on f prime. So let's scoot back up and take a look at that. So on graph A, if I look at the minimum and the maximum, those should be the zeros, or the x-intercepts on the derivative graph. And so when I look over here, it looks like, oh, maybe negative 2-ish. Oh, look, there's a 0. Oh, and positive 2-ish. Oh, look, there's a 0. So that did match. And then on letter C, of course, letter B, I know I have the cusps. So these little open points were a dead giveaway. Oh my gosh, look, it looks like it makes a face. Haha. And then on letter C, so I look at this minimum, and that should be an x-intercept. And when I look at this graph, oh my gosh, look, it was. And then on letter D, maximum, minimum, maximum. So there should be 3 x-intercepts, and oh my gosh, look, 1, 2, 3. So that's a quick way to look also. Didn't know that, or did ya? Okay, it's not a secret anymore.